Hi everyone, welcome back to the Cartel YouTube channel. It's Daniel Moody here with a Elfnote combo video. I just want to show off some of the combos that I carried out last weekend to get top 8 at Euwcq. I finished 5th on the final standings and 2nd after Swiss, and I lost on feature match in top 8, unfortunately. So I have 3 combos that I just want to show. The first one is going to be an uninterrupted sort of sailing of my typical end board. And we're going to go with a fairly standard 2-card combo. Obviously, a lot of elf notes, including Welcome Home and Lucina, get you the same sort of combo as this, and this is Terminus or Medius, or something that gets you there as well. So we'll start in this combo with Terminus. We will send the patron, and we will add the Medius. We'll then normal the Medius, effect add, and we will get our Vidolium. We'll scale our Vidolium, use the effect to summon the patron back, and then Vidolium effect to search. We'll grab Ginaldo. So here I would special the Tinea while we still have the patron up, so we can try and beat any targeted negation or interaction onto the Tinea. So we'll use the Tinea effect. We'll grab the Welcome Home. So now, take these, and we will make our TG Hyperlibrarian, and we'll activate the patron to search. And then here we will grab a Regina. So here we can go Welcome Home. We'll send one of the blanks in our hand, and we will summon the second patron from deck. And then we will take these and make the Elfnote Strelitzia. And we'll go Mandatory Tunic 1. So we'll just draw a blank card, which will be hand dropped. And we'll just keep them blank, just. And then we'll activate the Strelitzia to reborn the patron. And then return these into our Excel Synchro Stardust Dragon. So we'll go Tunic 1 to draw, Tunic 2 to revive, so we'll bring back the patron, and we'll draw a blank again. And then here we can scale the Ginaldo. So obviously if you've drawn any other elf note in hand, here you can pitch it for the Regina, but because we're showing a 2-card combo, well, Regina, send this. We'll go Tunic 1, Tunic 2. We will draw 2 blanks, and we will discard this, destroying the Ginaldo. And then Regina resolves, we will summon our Fortuna. Resolution then will trigger the Ginaldo deck back. Here I like to grab the Vidolium because both of our patrons are out of the deck and out of circulation. So if we grab Vidolium back, we have guaranteed follow-up. And then we can use the Fortuna to get the trap. So here we'll go Patron effect, target Regina. And then it'll be Tunic 1 Librarian, Tunic 2 Regina deck back. So we add back our Regina, we draw another blank. And then we can activate Gin Pride. So we can summon the patron from grave, and we'll summon the. Doesn't really matter. Let's go for Tinea here. And then take these. We can make our FA Dawn Dragster. And if this is where we didn't have to send the Welcome Home, we have a Dawn Dragster which cannot be destroyed by card effects, so you help Beefall and the Virtuous on this. And then lastly, we will go Medius effect. We'll shuffle back the 3rd Fubulos, which we had in our open hand, just as a blank. So at this point we have 7 cards in hand, including guaranteed follow-up in Vidolium and Regina. We have drawn 5 blanks, and here we're fine to pass to our opponent. So in our opponent's turn, we will at some point activate Excel. We will summon the Stardust Dragon, and then we can immediately synchro the Fortuna and the Medius into an unaffected light dark chaos angel. Then our triggers here are Tunic 1, Tunic 2 to draw 2, Tunic 3 to banish a card, and then we just draw 2 cards. At this point, the combo has drawn 7 cards, and we've generated back the 2 that started our combo. And we have an unaffected Stardust for destruction protection, Chaos Angel Banish, which cannot be affected, our target negates, which can send any card from hand or field and reborn the Strelitzia, and then Strelitzia can reborn either Lucina or the Tinea if we need to hand rip. And obviously, if you take a look at the composition of the deck, you'll know that a lot of your draws will end up being non-engine, so it gives you a lot more interactions. This is very typically what I did uninterrupted at the Euwcq, and it worked out quite well because the board is a bit more layered. It's a lot less negate heavy. It poses a few more questions with unaffected monsters, and a lot of decks really just can't answer it because nothing can die because the Chaos Angel. These two are unaffected. You're always guaranteed some level of follow-up in this combo, so it worked pretty well for me. So now we're going to go into a couple of combos that will take into consideration some hand drops. So for combo 2, this is a real life scenario that came up once against a Roulade deck. I was going first. My hand was three blanks and then Fortuna Patron, which plays but doesn't play through very much. So in this instance, I started Fortuna, effect, got the trap. This would people like to imperm Fortuna to cut off access to the trap, which is obviously strong for your grind game, and if you can play and get a synchro on board, they're not dealing with the negate much more. So here I normal the patron, and at this point we only really have one choice. So we make the Strelitzia, and then we trigger the patron and get Tinea. We could go for the June Pride there, but June Pride loses to Ash, Bell, Imperm, Veiler, Ogre. And at this point, we've checked for Ash, we've checked for any target negation on the Fortuna. We're going to conserve the Strelitzia effect to try and play around a Bell. And because we have the Rhapsodia up now, we can actually beat Impulse. So this is what went through my head at the time. So we special the Tinea. I was like, okay, the only thing that beats our combo here is Ogre or Impulse. Ogre, we can't really do much about, but we can still have the Strelitzia trap and recur some names from graveyard in their turn. The Impulse, if we play this right, we should be able to beat. So we'll go Tinea, get the Welcome Home. And then here we want Welcome Home for the Tinea, and summon Regina. Regina's effect on summon, we summon a patron. So at this point, we cannot afford to use the trap, otherwise we give up our negation for Impulse. So we're going to go effect target. Summon the June Pride. And then we add the Regina back. And then we trigger the June Pride. And then here we'll summon the Regina from hand, summon the patron from grave, and then we'll summon the Lucina, the one name we haven't used, from deck. And then we can use the Lucina effect, we'll grab the Ginaldo. So here, now we can get rid of both these and make an Dawn Dragster. So now we've set up a negation for a spark or an impulse. That means we can afford to use our trap to extend further. And the only thing we also haven't used is the Elfnote Seraphim, so we'll use that. We'll reborn the patron. We'll synchro into our XL Synchro Stardust Dragon, and we'll use the effect on summon to reborn this. Well, I guess before that we should also activate the Ginaldo, summon this effect, draw 2 blanks, and this is where we can recur a name. I guess we can add the patron back into hand here for follow-up. And then at this point, we were able to use the trap, sending the Regina to summon back the Strelitzia. This is from a Fortuna patron start. We obviously can't beat all the hand traps because it's essentially a 1-card combo because Fortuna is a bit of a brick. But if we play correctly around the Impulse, we can actually establish quite a good board, which gives us a spell negate, an omni negate. We have our tag out here in the opponent's turn. We can summon our Stardust Dragon, and then we can immediately synchro these into our unaffected Crystal Wing. And then this gives us a trigger of the patron in the opponent's turn to add a Regina to hand as well, which then recurs even more. So through a very weak start if we get impulsed on the welcome home because we use the Strelitzia or trap effect to extend before that. We give up our entire combo. This way we end on still quite a strong board, we still have quite a few cards in hand. And this was a real life scenario that came up, and at the time I was like, okay, I've sort of checked off most of the checkpoints for most of the other hand traps. The only one I need to worry about now is Impulse against Roulade, which of course is a very real threat. And yeah, I think this was able to win me the game. So the third and final combo I want to show is something that came up 2 or 3 times over the course of the tournament against Kulchin players. So it was essentially a 1-card Lucina start into the deck, or at least it was Lucina was the only card I was able to resolve if I started Medius or something like interact with. So when special Lucina, we grab our patron, we normal our patron, and we don't do any effects here, and we establish our Strelitzia. So we get our patron search. Here we'll grab the Tinea. So then here, if we activate the Strelitzia to reborn, most people will know that they have to throw the Harmonia there. Otherwise, there's a threat of the Crystal Wing which can negate the Harmonia, and if that's their last interaction, they're getting no value off it whatsoever. So usually what happens is the opponent will Harmonia here, they will destroy your Elfnote Seraphim, and then you just reborn your patron. Here, they can send Malong Put this back into your hand. Most of them don't do that because it doesn't really give them any value. So what usually hit the grave in this scenario was the Sky Pegasus, in case I were to interrupt with them further in their turn. So through our Harmonia here, we're going to continue to play with our Tinea. And Tinea will get our welcome home. And then we'll activate our welcome home, send Tinea. And we have one through Regina, so we will get Regina, and then Regina's effect on summon. We can get our second patron, I guess, here. So now we can use the effect target. Summon Jin Pride. And then we get our Regina back to hand. And then we can use the Jin Pride effect here to extend further. So I guess we can summon the Regina from hand again, which I did a couple of times where I didn't keep it for follow-up. We'll summon the Fortuna from deck. And then here we can actually summon our Strelitzia back out of the graveyard. And then we use our Fortuna on field. So here we can continue to go into some of the lines I've shown before. When we get our patron and our Strelitzia onto the field, you're able to establish a Axel Synchro Star Dragon essentially for free because Axel will reborn the patron. And then we still haven't used our trap yet, so just trying to set up for that. We've already used our Regina. Just turn these into every dragster. And then we can, in our turn, trap, send one of our blanks, summon back Strelitzia. And that means in our opponent's turn, all we need to do is either trap or Strelitzia effect to summon our patron. And then we can Tiger Axel out into Stardust Dragon, and then that allows us to make our unaffected 8, which can either be Crystal Wing or Omega. Both of which are good options depending on the matchup. So yeah, that's a couple of combos. One sort of highlighting Sailing, one showing how I would play around Impulse once I've went through the checklist of other hand traps. This was another scenario that came up a couple of times with Harmonia on the Strelitzia, and with June Pride you can actually recur it and continue your combo almost unaffected. And there's loads more combos and things I can talk about, so if anyone wants to see any more Elfnote content or some live test hands, or even wants to do some playtesting, you can either reach out to me on the socials or contact the team page. And yeah, shout out to all the team for helping secure the top 8 finish at Euwcq, and of course big thanks to our sponsor Gong's Cards. Make sure to use code Cartel5 at checkout to get 5% off your purchases, and that helps the team with a bit of a kickback there. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you've seen, please like and subscribe to the video, and we can get some more Elfnote content out there.